this video, we will discuss all the pieces. Pawn. It can only move forward and only attacks diagonal. It cannot move backwards. Rook. It can move up, down, left, or up, down, left, and right, and any amount of spaces it wants. But it can't go diagonal. Knight. It has a weird L shape, so it creates free spaces, and then it creates an L. It's a complex piece. Bishop. It's like the rook, but it only moves diagonal. Queen. It's what happens when you combine the rook and the bishop. Wizard. It creates a 16 block radius around itself, with it starting in the bang nab middle, then it can move anywhere in that 16 space radius. King. It can move one in every direction. So if the king dies, you die. Dragon. Creates a 25 block radius around itself. And wherever it lands, it creates a 9 block radius around itself and kills whatever's around it. And this piece must replace the queen. Champion. This is another piece that replaces the queen, but it can move it moves like a rook, but can only go 1 to 3 diagonal. But it can check 2 pieces in one move. But it cannot check a king. Lance. It's basically just the rook, but it can only go up. But this is for a cheaper cost. Peasant. It's the opposite of pawn. It can only move diagonal, but it only attacks forward. Falcon. Falcon's a bit complex, along with its counterpart, the hunter, so I'll put it right here. The falcon can only move here, here, and here. It can move up and down diagonally, left and right, but it cannot move up diagonally. It's like a triangle. For the hunter, it's the opposite. It moves up diagonally. It goes up diagonally and moves down any amount of spaces. Yeah, it's a bit complex. Yeah, I'll only use 3 chessboards for the entire game, and I'll switch between them. You should go into settings and change that yourself. Guard. It can go 1 in any direction. It's basically just the king, but you don't got protected. Elephant. It's basically just a wizard, but worse, since it creates the 16 block radius, but can only land on the outside. Archer. Archer can move up, down, left. It can move left, right, up, and back, but can't move diagonal. And it will attack up to 4 spaces in front of it without moving. Advisor. Advisor will play like the last piece played. This piece cannot be played on the first turn. Jester. It moves like a queen, but it cannot be captured. The jester cannot be captured, but it cannot capture itself. Herald. Herald moves 2 diagonally. It moves 2 left, right, up, or down, but only moves 1 diagonal. It cannot capture pieces, but pieces in a 9 block radius will not be able to move. Tower. It's basically just a rook, but it can move 2 diagonal. Chamberlain. I forgot what Chamberlain does. Thief. It moves like the herald, but it cannot go diagonal at all. It goes 2 up, down, left, or right, and once it goes near a piece, he has like a death aura around him, kind of like the dragon. Again, Lancer. I forgot what the Lancer does. Catapult. I also forgot what the catapult does. Go look it up. There's a good fairy chess video on YouTube. Just look up how to play fairy chess, and that video will tell you. I'm here to talk about my pieces, dang it. Cannon. It's basically worse archer, since it can't go up or down, but it has a slightly longer attack radius, but still not as much. I forgot what this piece is. Forgot the name. But it isn't important. Pontiff. Yes, I used the art for a different piece, but I don't care. Because I know what I want, because this is my chess game. Yes, this is called Fairy Chess, but the actual game is going to be called Super Chess, even though the file name is called Fairy Chess. Pontiff is basically just push up, but it can bounce. And finally, mine moves one up, down, left, or right, but if it's captured, the piece will also become captured, since it's a mine. And that's it. Here's all the stats, if you want to see them. I'm going to let you see the stats for 10 seconds. Haha, I did 15 seconds. I tricked you. Anyways, bye guys. Next video will be about daily challenge and tower mode.